The unprecedented FBI raid of former President Trump's Palm Beach home is still raising many questions.
Investigators haven't released any new details, but we're getting a better idea of the lengthy process leading up to such a top-secret search.
CBS 12's Al Peffley has been digging into that. He joins us live tonight near Mar-a-Lago. Al?
Liz, there's still a lot we don't know about the search at Mar-a-Lago 2 days ago. People familiar with the situation say the search is part of an investigation into whether Donald Trump improperly obtained classified documents from Washington and was keeping them at his home in Florida. A prosecutor says he questions why the FBI decided a search warrant was even necessary in the first place.
Typically, those parties can work these matters out without the need for a raid of someone's home.
Patrick McCamey is a criminal defense attorney and a former prosecutor who spent 13 years with the Palm Beach County State Attorney's Office. He says before the FBI showed up at Mar-a-Lago Monday, they had to present their evidence and the basis for needing to search the property in an affidavit that was reviewed by an assistant U.S. attorney and approved by a federal judge. They have to convince a judge they have probable cause a crime occurred.
The affidavit is the most critical aspect because it tells you why they're looking for these items, how they're looking for these items, and why the person claiming to seek these items has credible evidence.
The National Archives and Records Administration retrieved 15 boxes of White House documents from Mar-a-Lago a few months ago, and some of the paperwork contained classified information. In spite of that, McCamey says getting a search warrant for the home of a former president is unprecedented. It's never happened before.
You've got to state with specificity the location, the address, the items that you specifically are seeking. There is no way this didn't go all the way to the highest ranks of DOJ, FBI, and the White House.
McCamey says when FBI agents serve a search warrant, the person whose property is being searched is entitled to see the warrant, but not the affidavit. When FBI agents finish the search, they must give the person at the home a list of what they're taking. So whatever the criminal justification may have been, the Trump team knows exactly what was seized from the estate.
You're entitled to an inventory of your property that they're claiming to have a legal basis to take from you from your home.
And there are laws dealing with the handling of classified documents that make it a crime to remove them and keep them at an unauthorized location. The Presidential Records Act, which dates back to the Watergate scandal back in the late 1970s, requires the preservation of White House documents as property of the U.S. government.
2 teenagers remain in the hospital tonight after a serious crash involving a school bus earlier this morning. CBS 12's Lena Salzbank has more on the start of the school year and why drivers need to be more careful when they head out.
According to statistics from the AAA, the time between Memorial Day and Labor Day is the most dangerous time of year for teen drivers. In fact, 30% of teen deaths happen during the summer months. The picture of the wrecked and crumpled car is every parent's worst nightmare. A teenage driver just 16 years old was behind the wheel when he rear-ended a stopped school bus in Lake Worth Beach. The young driver and his 15-year-old passenger both were rushed to the hospital with serious injuries.
This time of year is particularly dangerous because you have young, inexperienced teenage drivers who are sharing the road with young pedestrians, bicyclists, but just more traffic out there in a concentrated area.
AAA's Mark Jenkins says a combination of inexperience and a lack of focus can make for a bad combination.
Eliminate distractions while you're behind the wheel, and that can be both your cell phone, but possibly even other passengers.
AAA says every year an average total of 160 people are killed in teen driver-related crashes in Florida. And it's not just inexperienced drivers who police are concerned with. Some parents are often seen speeding through school zones. Crossing guard Cherie Portina and traffic officer Keith Applebaum are among the dozens across Port St. Lucie hoping to slow drivers down.
The first couple of weeks is always chaotic with the cars, the traffic, and some of the locals forget that school started.
Just today, police say its traffic unit handed out 53 warnings and citations across school zones in Port St. Lucie.
Our primary focus is education, followed by enforcement. Overall, the goal is to ensure the safety of our children and the motoring public.
And in Boynton Beach, the police department says between Citrus Cove Elementary and Cross Point Elementary, its traffic unit wrote 9 citations and gave out 28 warnings. Boynton Beach police say that one driver was clocked going 50 miles per hour in a 20-mile-per-hour zone. Now, that's a $500 fine and a trip to the judge. So just a reminder, police are out in front of every school making sure that you slow down.